Nation? This is Havoc the Emo, the collector fiend that runs this scene, and I know, it's been a while, it's been a minute. I've been busy with work. As you see, I still haven't really got a solid filming situation set up. I'm kind of just leaning my recording device up against a thing, and that thing's just kind of sitting on the floor. So I'm still getting there, but I wanted to get this end of the year video out. That being said, it is December 31st. I hope everyone has enjoyed their holidays. With the end of the year coming and 2025 just a couple hours away, just wanted to do my top figures of 2024. A lot of people do the top 10, a lot of people do the top 5. These are my top 12 figures of the year, as in following like the 12 days of Christmas. And this will basically fall to like how I do it is 12 days of Christmas, and I have figures from each line, such as Core, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, and when it comes to the Commander and Titans, those could switch back and forth depending on just what I like more or what I get that year. That being said, yeah, it's been a minute. I'm happy to be back, so without further ado, let's get another video through. Starting at number 12, certainly not least. This does not mean it's my least favorite figure out of the bunch. It just means this is the only core class that I have bought. I start with core, I work my way up. But yes, core class, the only core class that I bothered getting, and if you guys watch my videos, you guys probably know who it is. Tasmanian Kid. Oh my gosh, I was so excited to get that. People know I'm a huge Beast Wars fan. Beast Wars the second was definitely no exception. It was a great series. I wish they did an English dub so more American audiences would watch it. But yeah, a cool figure, a great toy. Again, the Beast mode it's a little more animal realistic than it is show realistic, as most these Beast Wars figures are, but not super complicated, but very clever in engineering for something in this size, and just a great toy, great figure, and I'm super happy to have this. The core class has been coming to an end. They're replacing it with a different price point, so this will be basically a nice remembrance of the core class. Moving on to our deluxes, I do have 4 deluxes. Starting off with Deluxe Class Barrage. I like the Insecticons, and these Deluxe Class Insecticons were always kind of cool. I just like the Hercules Beetle-esque thing he has going on. The green and yellow is always like, I'm not sure if it's just because I'm from Oregon, if it's because it's Springer colors or what, but the green and yellow has always spoken to me. I just always liked that color scheme, and so just having a Barrage was really cool. I never had an original Barrage, and obviously like he wasn't part of the show, but you can never have too many Insecticons, right? And I just think this set that he came in, the Doom and Destruction set, was super cool. So glad to have this Deluxe Class Barrage. Just an oddball figure, which I certainly enjoy. Moving on, let's go with our next Deluxe. We got number 10. All animated Bumblebee. I think he is a good figure. I definitely like it. I love how anime's been getting some love. He's a little chunky. He's not as clean as his other brothers and sisters. His other bots and arms. I don't think they came out with any female characters in animated besides Sorry and Strika, but Strika never had a toy, I don't think. Moving on, very cool figure, just not as clean as the other ones, but still a very fun transformation, a very fun figure all in all. And Bumblebee, of course, One of the mini bots. It was very hard to decide because I was a huge fan of all the mini bots, but this Bumblebee definitely deserves the recognition, and I think with the amount of work that they put towards it, I think it definitely deserves to be put on this list as one of the best figures of the year because it's a lot of fun in a small package. That could be said about a lot of the mini bots, but it's just like I was a huge fan of how his engineering worked, and animated Bumblebee is nice to have. Moving on from that, we're going on to number 9, our deluxe Cannonball. I'm just psyched to have a Cannonball figure. I kind of knew who Cannonball was through lore, through videos, but never had an original Cannonball. But like a gothish pirate robot, like what else can you ask for? I just think he's cool. I personally always liked the Skids mold, so this retool does not bother me at all. The key's kind of cool, even though it doesn't really do anything. I like the color scheme. It's Cannonball. It's just an oddball figure that they really didn't have to make, but they did. Obviously, we're probably gonna get a Red Alert figure from it, but still, it was something that we didn't have to get, but we totally did, and I'm grateful. If you have the Skids mold, you know exactly how this works. I like how you have this pirate hand that, you could give it to the hammer or you could give it the hook. I have it stored on the back of the leg, which is pretty good storage in my book. Like, you don't really, unless you're making him face the back, you don't really know anything's back there. So, very nice figure. Deluxe class Cannonball is always welcomed in my collection, or any Cannonball, really. Keep them coming. And then our last deluxe is our deluxe Transformers 1 Megatron. I just think this thing was wicked. I think that the movie was great. I loved the movie. I was trying to make a review video, but I didn't have enough space. I'm hoping I have enough space to complete this video after deleting basically half of everything on this recording device. But yes, Transformers 1 Megatron. Long story short, Transformers 1 was probably my favorite Transformers movie. Scratch that. It is my favorite Transformers movie ever made, and probably the best Transformers movie made, and one of the best movies in general made from the year, just from a storytelling standpoint. It was very well done. But Transformers 1, it should be D16 for being a deluxe class, but it's Megatron. I don't know why that is, but either way, he looks super cool. He has a really cool H-Tank mode. The posability, just the slenderness. Some people say he has too much legs. I don't know what they're talking about. I just think that it's a very cool, opposing, and fresh take on a great character. And they did really do a lot of good writing in this character, which is one reason I like this toy, because the character was such a D16 and Megatron was such a good character in that movie. And this toy it's just fun for a deluxe class. So yeah, deluxe class Megatron, superb. Now we're moving on over. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was number 8. Moving on to our Voyagers. All right, so we are going on. Let's go with our Voyager. Let's just go on random order, but these are my favorite figures. Voyager, Shockwave. I just think that this design, this is Bumblebee movie Shockwave, in case I have to specify that. I love this design. It's crisp, it's new, but it's also like you automatically know who this is. And I think it blows that Michael Bay design out of the water. Like, this guy is just absolutely awesome. Simple transformation, fun tank mode. They even said that they pulled inspiration from the Transformers Prime Shockwave, that was a really cool mold. So yeah, great beefy Shockwave character with just a nice big old Gatling gun hand. What's not to love? Good posability. Just phenomenal figure. Definitely deserves to be in my top 12 in my book. I can't get enough of him. Last year, I know I did a lot of pictures of each figure, and I posted it in there of all their different modes and them posing. I can't do that this year until I get a new recording device and a better setup where I don't need to worry about storage so much. But yes, Shockwave, great figure, highly posable. I've had him doing them one-standed high kicks beautifully. Moving on from that, we have Sky Raiders or Star Raiders, Voyager class, Thundertron. I'm gonna take this little bat off, but yeah, this is the one that came in the Walmart exclusive one, and yes, it's a pirate. You know, again, pirates as Transformers is great. It's kind of like has that Zoid feel to it in his Liger mode or Lion mode, however it is. A peg leg, like how many Transformers are you going to get with the peg leg? He has like nice like Viking-esque braids. I forgot what side my camera was on. In his beard. I just think he's fun. Aaron Archer designed the original character. His just little backstory. I kind of like characters that were just kind of like he was made for backstory, even though it was never really put in anywhere. He was never actually made to be put in Transformers Prime. That was just kind of like the kind of where he sat in when he was released. But I just think he's a cool story and a cool character. Even though he's kind of like was never really officially made as a character, I think he might have had a mention in the comics, but I'm not sure. Either way, Tigertron, cool figure, cool transformation, fun toy, not overly complicated. He has a hook hand. Hook, give him a hook. Voyager. We're moving on to Vector Prime. How could I not? Again, this was another Aaron Archer design back in the Transformers Cybertron days, Transformer Galaxy Force. I don't know every design. Like I know Fleodori did a lot of the G1 design. I don't know a whole lot about the Japanese designers. Like I can't read Japanese, so I mean, I could Google it. I haven't thought about it. I'm sorry. I haven't. But anyway, this is a great Vector Prime figure. It would have been cool to get a whole new figure from the ground up instead of that retool. But I mean, you could barely tell this is a remold. I didn't have Jaxus, so for me, this is just this Vector. I think, I would have preferred having some gears and stuff in here for representing his clocks and whatnot. But I think he's cool. I do have the upgrade kit coming for this guy, but standalone, I just think he's a great Voyager figure. He's a Prime, so he's like that nice ancient, it's his character. His character is super cool. He has just a lot of those Egyptian-esque cues, as I think Aaron Archer was saying. Him and Proto Man were talking, and they said a lot of Egyptian and mythology-esque cues were in play when designing this, and you can definitely see it. I just think he's a cool toy and a cool figure. I just, again, he also has this cyber key. Doesn't really do anything, although just he has it. It looks nice, poses great. If you have the Jaxus figure, you know how this works. If you have this figure, you know exactly how it works. And if you like this figure, I'm right there with you, bud. Almost done. Moving on to our next, and honestly, it's probably this guy and Vector will probably tie for my favorite Voyagers of this year, but Voyager Silverbolt, it's again Beast Wars. I think this turned out really well, especially when I get that upgrade kit to make it perfect. I think as it is, it's a good figure. I think it's great. I love just how it looks, the molded in detail. Yeah, it's missing some paint cues here and there, but all in all, I think that's fine. You know, he turns into a wolf eagle hybrid, which is just badass. Like, it's all honestly, like, that's why people like this. Like, that's a badass beast mode, and honestly, the robot mode's fucking really cool too. His character was, you know, a love-hate character. A lot of people liked him, a lot of people did not. But all in all, like, I like this toy. I have the original toy. I just think that, like, I could keep going on and on, but this is, like, the posability is good. It's not great. Like, you can't do, like, anything very, like, out there, but you do have, you know, your 90-degree articulation at the knees and at the elbows and all that good stuff. I don't think he has anything at the hips, but what he lacks in this, what he lacks in posability, he definitely gains in just his overall look and stature. Like, he's a cool, beefy bot. I think he looks good on the shelf, and honestly, I think it probably just falls down to bias. Like, I like Beast Wars, so this is great. And move on to our leader class. I only got one leader class, and it's more Beast War characters. Is Tiger Hawk. What can I say about Tiger Hawk? He's a tiger. He's a hawk. He's Tiger Hawk. He's the emissary of the Vach. And yes, turned out great on both robot and beast mode. Just absolutely a menacing figure. I pick him up and just transform him almost anytime I see him. I had him. Most of these guys I had to pull out storage in my little bin, so, like, it's kind of nice having an excuse to play with these things again. If I had the memory, I would take just multiple pictures of battle scenes and whatnot, but I don't have the memory for that, so I'll just make a recording and play with this after. But super cool. Tiger Hawk was super underutilized in the TV show. Like, he can damn near control the weather, and he just got basically one-tapped by a spaceship, and it was very devastating. Wish we saw a little bit more of this character, but such a great toy that just pushes back all the light that I have off my makeshift lamp. Or, well, it is a makeshift lamp, but it is an actual lamp. It's a heating lamp. Not that it matters, I just like jammering. Okay, I think that would bring us down to number 2, right? We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so second, and this got hard. Like, once it gets to the next two, it gets very hard, and these are, like, my 2 favorite figures of the year. I didn't go on like last year where I hopped on the fan boat of Armada Prime being the best of the year. I'm not doing that this year with Optimus, although he will gladly take second place. Now, don't get me wrong, this gladly deserves first place. This Optimus Prime toy is absolutely fantastic. Clean to the whistle, just freaking like no other mainline Optimus Prime can do it better. This is a masterpiece figure. Like, this is a affordable masterpiece. I think it's even designed by the guy who designed the masterpiece. So, like, I wish I had way better lighting, because, like, the blues and red and white, like, it's all, like, if you don't own this figure, I think that you should put the money into it. I had the Earthrise. I thought I was fine with the Earthrise. I sold the Earthrise hoping that, like, I was going to end up buying this anyway, but I do not miss Earthrise. I don't miss any. Like, I could sell any G1 base Optimus Prime to what I have and be fine with just this one. Like, this is clean. It's nice. It has all the details. It has a beautiful trailer that with all of his accessories holding very nice together. The posability is outstanding. Like, this is the prime of figures. This is the Optimus Prime of Optimus Primes. I knew he was coming. Simply, the reason I gave him second is he was an expected figure. It was something that I was expecting to happen eventually. Like, we were going to get an SS86 Optimus, and it was going to be really good. I didn't expect it to be this good, but I knew it was going to be good. So he gets second. But great figure, and I think it should be definitely be brought out. Now, before we go to number one figure, my number one favorite of the year, I want to do some honorable mentions, such as Armada Tidal Wave. Such a cool figure, big and beefy. Like, at this, like, that's kind of what makes it cool. It's big, it's beefy, but like, it's a very simple figure. I think it's very cool how, even though it's a Titan class, they made separate pieces so you can successfully combine it with your Megatron here. I think that's cool. I would also like to do an honorable mention to all Gears. I think that's just a great mini bot, and yeah, I think that was fantastic. But moving on to our number one figure of the year, well deserved, absolutely fantastic, and a banger of a figure. Our Commander class Magna Boss. I was not expecting to get a Magna Boss. When we first got Leo Convoy, I was expecting us to get a was that just Galvatron? I was expecting to get a Galvatron, but I was not expecting to get this guy right away. And the reason why I think he deserves a spot over Optimus is, for one, there's like they both have great engineering, but like the fact that he has 3 beast modes combined in one, and he still has hip articulation. He could still do the high kicks. He still has basically full body articulation. He still does the combined mode. The details outstanding, from like all his scales to his wrinkles and to his bot mode. He's very smoothed out, very clean. His backpack is actually not bad, considering that he is just a dinosaur hugging 2 other dinosaurs. There was so much work that was put into this to make this perfect. I don't think that, like, I think it's just well deserved. Like, whoever designed this, I forget who was. I think it was Mark Mayer and Shui-san who worked on this. Killed it. I knocked it out of the park. It's absolutely fantastic figure. Like, there's like, I can't give it enough praise. Like, this is my favorite figure of this year. Like, this came out absolutely perfect. I wasn't expecting to get it. Came out in a great surprise. It looks good. It has the options of the swords, of the swords on the wings. You could have I had the blast effects. The shield comes off, which I'm not sure if I didn't have the original figure, so I don't know if that was something it could do. I think it did, but the original figure also could not move. It was just a brick. So the fact that they figured out to do what the original figure can do, but also give it posability and still make it look clean and look good, like, this praise is well deserved for this figure. And again, Beast Wars fan, so like 3 predators of the sea, sky, and land combining to be Emperor of Destruction. Like, yes, love it. I love this figure. Absolute banger of a figure. But yeah, that is it. I try to keep it shorter, and I did. I kept it like half an hour shorter than last year, simply because I couldn't take all the pictures and nitpicks and all the cool poses. And didn't go too much into all the details. But yeah, those were my 12 figures representing the 12 years. 12 Those are my 12 figures representing 12 days of Christmas, representing the 12 months out of the year. And I think it was good. I think it was a great year for Transformers. It was very hard to slim things down to just 12. And I'm very excited to see 2025. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of primes on my list, counting that half of the things being released are prime figures. Like, we know we're getting at least 13 in general. Well, 12, unless they decide to release Vector, then we get 13. But I think that this was such a great year, and this is what it was like made for. It was kind of a weak year for me when it came to movie bots. I do like the live action movies. I do like the movie bots. I just these old school looking or cartoon looking bots, they just, I don't know, they appeal to me a little bit more. These G1 and animated bots have been more appealing to me a little bit more. But yeah, I am so happy to be back, happy to make a video. And yeah, those are my favorite figures of the year. 2024 is going to be over here in a few hours, so everyone who is out today, planning on staying out, having fun, partying, drinking, all that, be safe, be responsible, and have extra fun. If you are going out for any New Year's sales, if there is any New Year's sales, buy something extra for me and keep it for yourself. Well, with everything done and talked about, this is Having the Emo saying, remember, there's nothing wrong with being a geek as long as you're feeling free and you're feeling you. Do what you want to do what you can do. It's your life, it's your money. Don't let anybody tell you you are too old to play, collect, or have fun. Until next time, YouTube Nation, peace and roll out.